US dollar will be like wallpaper.
We are on the precipice of a major economic financial collapse. I mean, what we've just experienced, I mean, that's just the opening act. I mean, the real collapse is coming.
One stimulus package will lead to the next one and to more money printing. And so in 5 to 10 years' time, the real crisis will break out when the whole system collapses. That will be the end.
Eventually, this dollar's going to quit working, and then everybody's going to know what poverty is all about.
Our politicians need to understand why the country is in this shape. It's because of them. It's because of the Federal Reserve and their policies, their regulations that have distorted the free market and that have created this mess. And that if they don't stop doing what they're doing, there's going to be no turning back.
As the fiscal deficit goes up, the interest payments on the government debt also go up. They are now around $400 billion annually. I would think that they'll be around $1 trillion in 5 to 7 years' time.
Can you talk to us about the deficit? Are you worried? Should this be a near-term priority?
Everybody ought to be worried about the deficit. It's a big deficit, but the time will come to deal with it.
And so then the government goes bust, but before it does that, it will inflate its way out, or try to inflate its way out. And that won't work. So the next step will be to go to war. The whole thing will collapse.
Think hyperinflation can't happen here in the U.S.? Besides Zimbabwe, hyperinflation has happened in many different countries. In Germany, during hyperinflation, the price of gold surged from 170 marks per ounce to 87 trillion marks per ounce, while silver went from 12 marks per ounce to 543 billion marks per ounce in just 5 years. The Germans, who had their savings in gold and silver, maintained their purchasing power, while those with their savings in marks lost everything.